was extremely surprised, and then I was extremely honored and happy to have the opportunity to represent Etowah Community College as the Alumnus of the Year. I tell people constantly, it was a huge part of my life. And that freshman and sophomore years, very difficult, especially when you're transitioning from high school. I grew up in a small school, and while I went on to a university, several universities from here, I would not have been prepared to be as successful as I was if I didn't. If I weren't a graduate of Etowah Community College. Number one was Miss Karen McPherson. She actually was my counselor. And she was a huge part of helping me transition that first semester of my freshman year. Having that person that you could go back to have conversations with, to help guide you and help you make decisions as far as courses, coursework decisions, life decisions. But just having that person that you could relate to was wonderful. And she had a huge part in helping me adjust and transition, and I appreciate her so much for that. The next two people I played football while I was here, and the next two people were coaches. One is Coach Buddy Collins, and Coach Collins, it's hard to put how much he impacted me into words. He was one of those guys that instilled grit in you, never took no for an answer, and always expected your best, and then when you felt like you were giving him your best, he still wanted some more. Coach Tommy Morton was the offensive coordinator while I was here. Same as Coach Collins. Two tough, hard-nosed guys. Those values that those two gentlemen helped put into me really helped me persevere in life and push forward. I know we beat Northeast at least once. I think we beat Northeast twice. We had some pretty good runs while I was here. But just that overall experience, the teammates that I had, that I'm still friends with, that experience and that opportunity that Etowah Community College gave me was second to none. For a semester, I was a RA in Pontotoc Hall. And I remember Coach Collins came in one day and he said, "Hey Lance, you want to be an RA?" And I was like, "Well, Coach, what's an RA?" And he said, "It pays." I said, "Well, absolutely I want to be an RA." So I was an RA in Pontotoc Hall, and I really enjoyed that. But when I first came here, myself, Philip Mills and Philip is a guy that I graduated high school with, we actually lived in Lee Hall. And I don't know if Lee Hall is still standing, but that room was so small that he and we're both big guys. We could stand shoulder to shoulder and be touching the wall on each side. So after that freshman and sophomore year here, it proved to me that I had what it took to do anything I wanted to academically. Mr. Armstrong taught me Comp 1 and 2. I'll never forget the first paper I ever wrote. I didn't get the grade on it that I wanted, and I'll never forget him saying, "Well, Lance, you can come back and I'll let you redo this paper, but you're going to have to come on your own time." What that told me was he wasn't just there to pass or fail you. He was there to help you continue to grow. And I remember Cy Williams. He was my speech teacher. He actually taught me speech and theater. He played a role that getting you outside of your shell, if you will. Teaching you how to speak, because I've never really had a problem with that, but it's one of those deals to where he taught you how to carry yourself in public, how to stand before a group of people and communicate. And it's those things that those are the things that carry on with you as you leave here and go on throughout your life. What does ICC mean to me? ICC means family and opportunity. The reason why it means those two things is it provides you the opportunity to do things with your life that you might not have had previously. It becomes part of you, and that's where the family piece is. Because no matter where I go, I always tell people that I graduated from ICC. But I'm never bashful about telling people what my favorite community college is, and that's because I'm a product of it. As far as thanking people, I obviously want to thank my mother, Kathy. I want to thank my grandfather, Jack Brown. Those two people have been the mainstays in my life. They are a huge part of me being who I am. And then obviously I want to thank my wife, Brandy, and I want to thank my two children, Katie and Landon. I love Etowah Community College. People here poured so much into me the 2 years that I was here.